Hello and welcome to our short presentation on how to improve FedEx Express operations. My name is Anna Example and I'm the Senior Operations Analyst. The goal of the presentation will be to give you a better understanding on why the company should implement the suggested recommendations, how these will increase the company's competitiveness, and what effects that will have. In the last step, I want to summarize the findings and show the next steps to reach these goals. But let's start with the company's background. What is the current situation for FedEx Express? The company already has a very efficient shipping process. This can be seen with regard to different aspects. First of all, it has a great use of technology to make every shipping transaction visible to the company and the customer. Second, the crews work to a very tight and specified time schedule. Third, the containers for aircraft are specifically designed for aircraft use. Fourth, the air fleet is continuously modernized with fewer but more efficient aircraft, reducing trip costs between 20 to 30%. Fifth, a redesign to balance operating costs with future volumes is in progress. And sixth, the company is working towards a more efficient staff structure. FedEx Express downsized its staff, for example, by offering US-based employees a voluntary buyout program. Nevertheless, there is always room for improvement. And to stay competitive and increase shareholder and stakeholder value, the company needs to continuously reevaluate its operations and processes and analyze future challenges. So what aspects of operations are particularly essential to the company's competitiveness? These are the fleet and the hub network. FedEx Express is in the business of providing reliable express shipping. To attain this goal, the company needs a vast network with efficient processes that can compete with or better outcompete its rivals. Customer service and satisfaction. The brand FedEx Express is known and has a good reputation. The company is highly valued by its customers because of its reliable and fast services and outstanding customer service. Third, internationalization. The world grows more and more together with the help of new technologies and the internet. If FedEx Express wants to keep its customer base happy, being able to service a huge part of the world will be essential to its operations and in order to be competitive. Fourth, going green. More and more customers today emphasize the importance of sustainability. In comparison to UPS and USPS, FedEx Express already shows a larger green initiative with focus on vehicle efficiency. This sustainability awareness can not only save the company millions of dollars, but also help in building a positive brand image and customer rapport. Furthermore, will FedEx Express face the following difficulty and challenge regarding the operations. Due to global economic conditions, there will be lower freight revenue as a continuing demand shift from our priority international services to our economy international services is happening. Based on the analysis of competitiveness and challenges, the following recommendations will help FedEx Express to increase their efficiency. Recommendations for the fleet and hub network. First, implementation of new technology. It has been shown in the past that FedEx Express should gain serious competitive advantage by investing in research and development of new technologies to improve its capacity planning and scheduling processes. Leading-edge information technologies help to attain cost savings and raise profit margins by, for example, generating better and faster delivery routes. Second, reducing own assets and capacity by using third-party networks for freight. FedEx Express should try to downsize its assets further and utilize available cargo space on passenger aircraft. The shipping industry is an industry with a high percentage of fixed assets like the air and truck fleet. These assets pose high entry barriers for new competitors, but also pose risks in times of economic downturns and low seasonal volumes. A reduction in owned assets would minimize fixed costs, but it might be crucial in having a competitive advantage during economic crisis. Required action would therefore be to analyze the delivery routes on which this move would make sense. Recommendations for going green. First of all, fuel efficiency. FedEx Express has already started to replace its fleet with new, larger, and more fuel-efficient aircraft. This has already led to reduced fuel consumption by over 50% and increased shipping capacity by 20%. It uses hybrid vans that are over 40% more fuel efficient and has replaced over 25% of its fleet with more fuel efficient vehicles. The use of newer aircraft and trucks does not only provide lower fuel consumption and operating costs, it also lowers the maintenance and repair costs and probably boosts the segment's operating performance in the future. Second, sustainability. FedEx Express has already used other means of becoming more sustainable. These have to be further promoted. Examples are to encourage more employees to telecommute, building energy-efficient facilities, regulating the thermostat in summer and winter. These actions will give a competitive advantage due to cost savings and promote the brand as a good corporate citizen, which might attract new customers. Third, further promote more energy-efficient facilities using, for example, solar power. These are already in use at distribution hubs in California and Germany. The concept should be adapted and expanded to already existing in plant hubs and distribution centers. Recommendations for customer service and satisfaction. First, clean power. The use of clean power generated through low-cost solar and hydro energy also helps in building a customer rapport and brand name and differentiates FedEx Express from its competitors. Second, expansion of the company's locations and drop boxes. Although FedEx Express operates about 51,000 locations, its competitors like UPS and USPS offer the customer more possible drop-off points. This action could lead to increased customer satisfaction and retention. The consolidation of facilities and stations, as well as an adaptation of pickup and delivery operations, would also help to maximize on-road efficiency, leading to a reduction in operating costs and fostering higher profits. Recommendations for internationalization. Outside the US, the company provides its services to 5 regions. These are Canada, Asia Pacific, Europe, Middle East, the Indian subcontinent and Africa, and Latin America and the Caribbean. FedEx Express should therefore consider the following recommendations. European profit improvement. FedEx Express should leverage a European expansion to profit from greater densities and lower costs. By diversifying the business, FedEx Express will be able to capture a bigger global reach. Second, international profit improvement. FedEx Express should identify more emerging markets and regions with high population growth. According to the UN Population Fund, these are China with 4%, Brazil with 14%, Mexico with 19%, and India with 24% from 2010 to 2030. The acquisition and building of new distribution hubs will help expanding operations in these regions and foster overall revenue. FedEx Express could gain a competitive edge if it takes advantage of having a foothold in emerging markets, gain economies of scale, and increase its global market share and overall revenues. I've explained why the company should consider the suggested recommendations and what benefit their implementation will have. I now want to summarize the next steps that are necessary to realize these recommendations in order to stay competitive and increase shareholder value. The next steps to take will be to invest further not only in research and development of new technologies, but also the expansion of European and global networks in order to stay competitive in the future. The company also has to analyze its facilities and processes with regard to their sustainability potential, analyze its delivery routes and find out which routes could be operated by third-party networks in order to save fixed costs during low demand, and analyze white spots on the map with regard to locations and drop-off possibilities in order to provide a superior customer experience. The outlined steps will help to reach the goal of strengthening the areas of FedEx Express competitive advantage, which have been identified as the fleet and the hub network, customer service and satisfaction, internationalization, and going green. The overall effects of these actions will lead to greater profits and cost savings for FedEx Express, expanded operations, reduced fuel consumption, lower maintenance and repair costs, boost of future operating performance, reduce risks during economic uncertainties and seasonal pattern, and to being a good corporate citizen and even improve positive brand image. Thank you for your attention. If you should have any questions regarding the suggested recommendations and steps to take, please do not hesitate to ask so I can clarify the effects and necessary actions in more detail.